Supreme Rising. Supreme Rising. I am Naga. And it's no title today. We're just going to build, right? Let's say Sunday. Happy Sunday. Divine is always the way. Honestly, I do understand where some people be like, yo, you be too nonchalant about a lot of shit. Well, me personally, I'm always gonna be nonchalant about life because if I stress myself out, I'll be like the rest of the family members I have, laying up in the room somewhere, taking 1,000,001 fucking pills, believing anything somebody say. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like them, losing all my wits. Yeah, I'll be like them. Nah, my nan always told me to do, make myself happy and keep God first. That was like the major thing she stood on, and a lot of people took that shit lightly. Like they looked at it like, man, that don't really mean nothing. Do what's right and keep God first. What does that mean? Like people would actually look at those words and not really digest. It's the simple things that actually matter the most. So when Nana would be like, do what makes you happy and keep God first, no matter what. Like later in life, it started ringing out in my head. It started ringing out, and what did that really mean? Like, and I still could never get it because finding my happiness was a fortuitiveness of going against people who hated the value of certain existences, right? So that means you're more or less in a war than you are living. Some of the biggest questions I have about my life, I still don't have answered. It's like somebody want me to be confused and shit like that. This little excursion I took to get away or whatever was fun. It was all right. Um, Salute to the Most High and the connection that was brought through it. I see everything though. I see what Divine be doing, like in different energies, and like I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see it clearly, and I think I have a pattern that I can work out if I can start accumulating a little more, because it's another venture I want to go on with some other people. You know what I'm saying? Like so, as soon as I can get into some type of flowetry, and then my talents. Yeah, I'm always telling my talents to people. Yeah, I'm always saying I want to do this and I want to do that. And I might be saying it to people who don't mean me no damn good. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be telling my plan. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because nothing's stronger than the Almighty. I'm gonna keep saying this. Y'all need to quit putting y'all fake propaganda out here talking about ooh, somebody doing this and ooh, somebody doing. I give a fuck what nobody think or do. I don't care what nobody think or do. That shit don't matter. The moment I keep and every time I start thinking that I'm getting the people and I'm seeing the minds is like really putting down the fears and they really starting to walk in divine, even the way they teach fully. When I start to see this thing, I start to believe like, yeah, you know what? It's starting to people really starting to catch it now. They really starting to understand the power is going to become that much stronger with us dealing with. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. But then I go backwards. I don't go backwards. I just look backwards and I see people who are generating this. It starts to build a division, right? It starts to divide people who will take and put the most high first and people who don't give a shit. And they just want to tap into the energy. This is what you're going to start seeing. If your conscience hits you right, if that spirit hits you right inside you, it's going to make you start changing a little bit. You're going to feel something. You're going to be like, yo, I feel that. Because it's telling you not to keep serving the system of things that way. If you're going to do it, make sure you're in service of divine in everything you do. Everything you do. So if you got to restructure what you do in a way to remove any middlemen in between there, just so you can continue doing what you're doing with strength and the value of divine, you got to do that. That's going to separate you from the fakes. There's a lot of people out here reading. There's a lot of people out here biblical. There's a lot of people out here spiritual. Everybody talking about what they can do. Most people are listening for other people to say something so they can carry that and have a conversation later. That is not real. That's what we used to call paper boys. You know what a paper boy is? A person who picks up the newspaper, rolls them up, put them in his bag, and go give all the news to everybody in the neighborhood who can't get to it. If you ain't there, then you got the radio, you got the paper boy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all ain't nothing but paper boys and mailmen. A lot of y'all paper boys and fucking mailmen, mail women. I'm serious. Y'all wait for the news to come out. You ain't even getting paid. Well, you getting paid because you taking the news and you go run with it. Well, this type of energy can't be propagated this way. You can't put this particular type of energy out that way. This is not news. This is not, well, because divine touches everybody in a particular way, right? So the way he touch you directly, you have to take that knowledge and you have to assess it in you. So it's not about everybody else learning what divine said. If you ain't get it, you would be the only person around there not getting it. You done told everybody you're the only person not getting it. You done made money off it and everything. You done had a whole life off it, and you're the only person not getting it. So you say, "Well, I did. I got money from it. I made people happy. Why I ain't getting it? What you mean? It ain't working for me." You know how a laser bounce back and forth. I'm trying to tell y'all this shit literal, but y'all don't want to listen, man. Shit literal. You know how a laser move? Take two refractions or one refraction and send that laser through that mirror. That mirror bounces that laser another direction. Right? It hits another mirror, bounces in another direction, bounces another direction. Each time it bounces, it gets weak. The light gets weaker, right? Or sometimes, depending on the refraction, it'll get stronger. But those refractions was placed there for that to happen. That means the engineer of that material placed those refractions, i.e., via lesser or stronger for that laser to refract off each one of those mirrors. Unless you was put there, why do you come, go, take, and steal and lie? This is what I mean by it's going to start separating. The more you do it correctly, the more it's going to separate the reality. It's going to start separating people. You're going to be able to see, or you just want this knowledge so you can go tell somebody else. You're going to see it yourself. Wait when divine start hitting you and you really start getting tortured. Like you ain't been through shit yet. The shit people call themselves, they go most of this, and I can't say everybody, but most of the things people go through, it be stories and conversations about what happened with your friend. It be stories and conversations about what happened with in this store, or you know what I'm saying, something that has to do with social issues. You know what I'm saying? Those are social issues. Social issues changing the physical shit. You know what I'm saying? By the aggression of one trying to explain their value. None of that has divine in it. So by the time you told your story, the first few sentences, it showed me that you didn't have divine in it, what you was dealing with in the first place. Even if you was going to get an icy, or I was just in the store and or I was at the carnival, or we was at the movies and we was minding our business. No, you wasn't. You never minded your business. If you minded your business, you be protecting the light. Going to take your light to view other lights. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for the flesh. Is it fun for the light inside though? Nothing can show you more visions better than the inside of you. Nothing is going to be better for you than understanding the knowledge that's inside of you. But your addiction to the world is always going to be that as a fortuitive thing first. You're going to see that more important than you dealing with self. You know what I'm saying? And people are so bored because they've been ripped out of themselves. You bored with life because you've been pulled out of you. You know what I'm saying? You've been pulled out of you. You don't love yourself. Like you should, as a woman, you should love how your skin feel. You should be like, oh, I feel so soft. I'm such a woman. I'm such a girly girl. That's how women should be. Should be. That's how divine made you. to be in the essence of what you are, thus accentuating that, not overdoing it, not underdoing it, being what you are, and then learning why divine created you that way, polishing off all the corners, rubbing your elbows, getting your feet, your hands, getting that ash off, walk around ashy as shit, feet chopped up, hands chopped up, your mouth nasty, you talk nasty, you carry yourself in a nasty demeanor. Everything about you is against everything you was created as. This energy is pushing people in the world in so many different directions to where ultimately you start to miss something. You start to miss what this knowledge really means or what it entails for you or what it's trying to get across to you opposed to how you're feeling within your flesh, right? See, the flesh is water. Different parts of the water can hit different frequencies. And it don't take long for that electricity to burn out in that water. You know what I mean? Conductivity is such a pathway. It shows the minerals in the water floating down, how far it can reach, and all that value. I don't have to get into that to explain conductivity. But ultimately, that's what everybody's going to be. That's what you're going to deal with. See, I talk in these ways. People always want to hear some uplifting. You always want to be uplifted. You can't uplift bullshit. You can't uplift trash bags. It can't fucking happen. I don't get, you know what? I don't, me personally, and I'm sorry, this may not even come across to y'all the right way. I don't care if people are gravitated to my shit because I said something nice. You don't like what I'm saying? You know why? Because you're nasty. You know why I can talk to the dirt? Because I'm not freaking nasty. Yeah, I can talk against that. I can talk against anything that goes against the Most High. That's our job. You're supposed to be a voice towards the negative shit, not a voice for the positive. You're not supposed to be a voice for the negative shit. You're supposed to be a voice towards it. That means you're supposed to speak to it. You always illuminate that. You're supposed to be a light bearer. You're supposed to be shining light on what people don't see. And if with any everybody gonna get charged up off feeling the truth. That's gonna make anybody want to speak. But demand and respect is something that you gotta learn. You gotta demand that shit, especially when you in your own energy. The knowledge that's for you is special. It's very special. That's for you. Like if we can have a conversation about how you opened up to yourself, your true self, by you following divine, not by you following man, because you really started listening inside and you accessed inside of you the codes that's inside your flesh. It's codes inside of you. And like you got this side of your skin, on this side of your skin, there's codes all inside you. But they're like hidden in the way the skin is laid on the inside. The only thing that can actually illuminate it is the light that's inside you. It's the black light inside you that shines shit. You know, you get a black light, you can put it on things and make the letters come out. Well, that's your version of the black light. Inside of you is your spiritual light. It shines inside your walls and it shows you your your whole existence, everything that you are from start to finish. Divine put that in there, but you have to shine a certain frequency to actually access. You can't cut your flesh off and be like, I can read myself. Dumb motherfuckers running around running the world. You start seeing that shit happen. People like, I'm taking my flesh off so I can see me. Like these motherfuckers are lost their mind, yo. Divine said it wasn't gonna get it, yo. I'm just saying, I ain't saying that's happening. I'm saying if y'all start seeing that shit, you start seeing people running around here and just they cutting their face off, just pulling the skin off like this, and you looking behind. I can see myself finally. Just know that is not it. That wasn't it right there. You know what that was? That was the divine telling them you'll never get this shit. That's why you're doing this to yourself. This is why you're destroying yourself in the process to explain yourself. That's a telltale sign when people start hurting themselves in ways like that. That's divine showing you that this is divine word coming into fruition. It's saying some creations that don't have his light will only scratch the surface of true understanding of universal principle. So that means they'll be thinking about the direction of it. They might have the wherewithal to go crazy with it, but you don't know what you're going crazy with because it's not for you. They get deep just like that. You'll know if it's for you because divine gonna guide you through it. You'll hear it from an individual like myself, a conduit. It'll hit you. The vibration will hit you particularly in a certain way. The way that vibration hits you through the conduit, it's like sending the charge to the next set of batteries. You ever had a bigger toy that needed more batteries? Well, each battery got to charge up the next one. So then when your refraction come on, now you charge it up so you can make the thing work. That's whatever you connected to. Majority of the time, it's going to be one of the families of the 144,000 families. It's going to be that, and you're supposed to be able to put the spark in those levels of creation, right? So later on today, I'll be in a different background, probably in the evening. I'll be in one more familiar because I'm about to transition again. I'm about to move around again. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Probably shouldn't have let y'all know that. I don't be caring. I walk with the divine. I get so tired. I hear people saying, "Y'all need to worry about this and look out for this, and this is a message." Or I'm like, "Yo, you don't believe? You really don't believe?" Like that's the first thing pop in my head when I hear people say, "I got a warning." You know what I'm saying, or something of that nature. Like not speaking to nobody in particularly. I'm just saying whenever I see conversations or people who got videos and they're always talking about it's like kind of fear mongering, telling people to be wary about certain shit. I'm like, yo, even if it's real, you know how you defeat all that shit? By having faith. You don't got no damn faith, that you need to deal with that dumb shit. You know what was crazy about scary movies when you was young? You believed in them. As a kid, you never seen nothing so heinous. So somebody would put you in front of the scary movie, and automatically the things they was doing in humanity as what they called fun, it would make your body feel a certain. You'd be like, oh my God. And they'd be like, look at you, you scared. People wanted that to be a part of your life. Soon as you became scared, you believed. Soon as you had fear, you believed other things was taking place. That's what fear was. That's all fear is. You believe in some bullshit. Yeah, things can happen. People do fucked up shit, but nobody gonna do nothing to you when you truly believe in the divine. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you when you truly believe in God. Not halfway believe, not embarrassed about certain parts of yourself, not lying to people. Like all these things block you from divine. They block you from divine, no matter what you say or what you think. That's why you start feeling those particular ways. That's where they come from. I'm telling you to stop being hard headed, stop being disobedient. That's why they say living in this existence is a sin. You know what I mean? And we thinking that I'm gonna be this being, I'm a God, I'm a this, I'm a that. Yeah, you are these things in retrospect to your connection. Look, it's crazy, right? It's like I'm gonna be that anyway, even if I'm not connected. No, you ain't. No, the hell you not. It's like saying I'm going to this party even if I don't got an invitation. No, you not. When they catch you, they throwing you out of here. When they catch your ass in that putting that party on the movies, you done snuck in. You know what they doing? You getting thrown out of there. You got to run out of there. You never seen those movies back in the day where they tried to make the person's life who would be the sneaky person or the person who would sneak out of school and drink or the person who was feeling his hormones way before the time around school. They would always separate that person and make that person a star in all the old movies. I ain't bullshitting. Go look at Grease. Go look at these damn old movies they used to put out and they should show you different people in the world. They wasn't worth the shit because they couldn't connect to anything. And because they couldn't connect to anything, they lived a different life. They called them these type of rebels. They wanted to take everything divine had to offer and make it a value. And they showed you the shit wrong. I don't care. They showed you this shit wrong. Y'all walking around here like the bad guy is the. They showed you this shit wrong, yo. Period. Because everything you really want ain't that. They just made that value by your attention span. So now you put value on falsity. And then they've been in the background engineering the value to make it more physically apt to the to the contraception. Nah, we ain't about to play these dumbass games. With divine, I can do anything. I can outdo anything. I can overdo anything. I can overcome anything with divine. There's nothing man is gonna formulate better than me but manipulation. That's all man can formulate because it's your right now. So you're right now, you're gonna walk into something half formulated and be played. That shows the weakness in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because divine will mess around and make your shit apt to never be touched. You'll see the thoughts coming a million miles away. You'll know you'll hear how they trying to formulate the value before it even get to you. Like, I'll wait. I already know. Because the concepts of reality and your characteristic base only speak to a particular value that manifests in a certain amount of numbers and frequencies. So if you're already coming this far, I know how your brain is turned. Divine breaks it down to the most complex that you're capable of using. You know what I'm saying? That's the power. The most complex thing that can have you confused. When you walk with divine, it makes your mind 1,000 times more complex than confusion can try to complex. When something tries to oppose you to be nasty, divine can make you that way if need so be. If something wants to press you, divine won't protect you that way if need so be. If you have to do something, divine gonna release you in a way that it's gonna be known that divine is in your life. That's just everything. That's just everything. And the more you give up of your flesh, the more you stop doing particular things to your flesh, the more you stop taking your attention off the more you stop taking your attention off of the divine, the more you're gonna gain capabilities because it's already known that you can't access the higher value of you. That's because your flesh is in the way. So you start giving of these things to the divine as you live, and you literally taking the worry off of yourself or trying to anyway. And you were supposed to master that as a kid. Your parents were supposed to give you that as a kid. That was supposed to be one of the greatest gifts. Allowance was supposed to be the greatest gift because you were supposed to be allowed to see the fact that you can travel the whole existence and be whatever you wanted to. I couldn't get that from my parents. I had to go get that from people that wasn't my parents. Grandmas and shit and great aunts and other people's families and shit who watched you too and seen you grow and be like, nah, I believe in you. I see how you move. I believe in you. I wish I could be there to cheer you on and shit. I've heard that and cried. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, damn, how people care for you like this and they don't even know you. Ain't nothing but divine. Ain't nothing but divine. So you're always gonna have individuals that deal with energy and knowledge in a way of self-serving. Like most people live in this world on what they like to call momentary value. They shallow. They need name tags for shit. They need, you know what I'm saying? They need to feel good because of lack what's going on in their own personal life. You're always going to see people who particularly inadequate and then they gravitate to what the world has as value because they don't have a large enough light to create their own value when they literally have access to it. But because you don't know how to put your own light into your own value and be happy with that, you start gravitating to what the world has. You start gravitating to how the world say things. When you was a kid, you start cursing because you couldn't think intelligent. Oh, fuck that, F that, bitch. Da, 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 da. Because you wasn't smart enough to think. We used to have conversations when we would write rhymes and shit and be like, yo, if you got at least 30 curse words in your shit, that rhyme ain't going up here. Because you ain't saying nothing. We ain't talk about a couple guns. You talk about your drinking, your girls, and then everything else is curse words. Nigga, that is not a hip hop song. Nigga, that's that's you venting. That's you letting out a lot of emotion. That is not a hip hop song. So yeah, it's crazy how judgment put people in the wrong mentality when you are really the value that divine is probably using to help or keep the world going in the right direction. You know, I was just having a thought. I know I paused for a minute, but I just went somewhere. I'm sorry, yo. Like I literally just went somewhere. Like that shit snatched me just now. Like, and I was seeing something. That shit happens like that, right? It's weird, yo, how divine be working with me, yo. Like I could be, and I'm always in a meditative state, so I don't gotta try to get there. It's that whenever I need to be there, divine always it's always open. You know what I'm saying? So I be in that seeing shit energy all the time now. So if I need to see something, I'll see it. And majority of the time it's telling me that this is what I'm gonna deal with. I got the choice to do this in will or with divine. So it's just interesting, you know what I'm saying? That just believe in divine, yo. When y'all start getting up to this level, it's gonna frustrate you more because you gotta lean more into the divine. Like it's almost like I give you knowledge just so you don't have to use it. I'm showing you my power. I'm not the knowledge ain't the power. It's the fact that I can give you the knowledge. It ain't the fact that you got the knowledge. It's the fact that I gave you the knowledge. Divine don't care about the knowledge. It does nothing for him or to him. It only does it for you because that's what you're asking for, right? So think about what I'm saying. The faith ain't about knowing. You can chap, 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 chirp, chirp, chirp all day. You could be a bird singing, making all the noise you want. You could be a dog barking all day long. It ain't about the knowledge. It's about the fact that divine can give it to you. I be noticing that. Like I don't even have to cough. And I drop some jewels or whatever. And them shits go right for my throat. They go for my throat for no reason. Like I don't even be having a cough and they just hit me like he cannot say that. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. You know why? Because that's what divine want. It ain't about the message. People always say it ain't about the messenger, it's the message. They put y'all in a whole box. They put y'all in a whole box, yo. I'm telling you, they put y'all in a whole like I'm gonna leave these motherfuckers stuck. Yo. Like who I think will be super stuck. That's for real, yo. Watch how this you gonna like digest what I'm telling you right now. It ain't about the messenger. It ain't about the message. It's about the fact that divine gave the message to a messenger. That shit went over everybody head. You didn't. Nobody stopped and said, "You came from where? Who sent you here? For real? Hold on. Let me see how they sent you. Hold on. Wait. We gonna get to the message. We gonna get to the message. We ain't worrying about that. How the hell you got here? Who sent you? How? That ain't the question. What you had to do to get this job? I'm serious. What'd you have to do to get this job? Yo, where you got applications from? That's what I be saying. Y'all be asking the wrong damn questions, yo. Y'all. And I sit there and tell you this shit a million ways from Sunday. You know what you do? You go out and say, the download has hit. This is the download. I've got it from Divine. Shut up. I hit you with this pillow. Whole lot. It should be funny as shit. I mean, you still ain't get it. Still don't get it, yo. And you know, when you over here with me, we still in basics 101. We still in basics 101, yo. We ain't even get to the class yet. I think that's why Divine made me halt on incremental science, because I got so much incremental to write down right now. Like, and when I get stable, I'm gonna do a lot of classes. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna get me a whole, I gotta get like a whole board, like a school board. So I can maybe one of those colorful ones so I can draw on it and erase shit and all that. But I don't know if I want to erase it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to erase it because I still got my other classes on poster board. So I think having those is interesting. But I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna do something else with it. And I gotta some of them on the back of them. So I gotta like do photo prints and get them off the back. But yeah, yo, it ain't even about none of that. Like it's you know it like you it's like how you pay attention to a baby. You know you got to serve it, but you know what I'm saying, you still look at it like you greater than. You know what I'm saying? And that's how people treat divine, like they're greater than. You know what I'm saying? I'm God, I'm this, I'm that. And shut up with the bullshit. Y'all need to cut it out with the bullshit. It ain't about the messenger. It ain't about the motherfucking message. It's about the fact that divine chose and made this person capable of doing so. You go to a job, you start making $1 million a week. You work 3 days out the week and you happy. The only thing you doing is smoking, chilling, and whatever that makes you happy. And that right there is enough for this company to do what they need to do while you there. You know what I'm saying? They need you in there for that residual energy. Like, I'm making $1 million a week just chilling, doing what I do best. They airing my shit everywhere. I'm over here, got kicked back. I got the best systems, right? Somebody gonna say, yo, you worked a month, you made $4 million after taxes. You brought home 3.2 million after taxes. Yeah, that's what I make every month, $3.2 million after taxes. What you do? Do what I want. Do what I want. Yo, how you get that job? Yo, they only have like 5 openings a year, and that's if I decide not to take time into what I'm doing. Hit him with you got to swallow right there. You go. That's what you got to swallow right there. You got to be like, yo, my ears used to be little. I used to have little ears, yo. Like my ears used to be tiny as shit. You know what I'm saying? And they got bigger. I don't know. It's weird. My feet used to be little too, and then they got bigger. Like I wear 11. I could wear a 10, but it's, I mean, a 10 and a half, but it's like super snug. You know what I'm saying? Like they actually hurt my feet. You know what I mean? I have problems with my feet when wearing a 10 and a half. But I need 11, 11 and a half, comfortable. Fall is all over. I think I'm gonna be pushing on the 12, yo. So I start getting comfortable, gaining some weight. I can see my feet stretching a little bit more. That was off the topic real quick, but yeah, let's stop looking at let's stop looking at the fact that what divine has given you. Let's stop looking at the profit. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop looking at the knowledge so much, because that knowledge is important, but it's important for you to comprehend that divine is dealing with you. Like, how much do you revel in the fact that divine is just there? Acknowledging divine, that's like saying, here, I'm here. You're going to have to do things in this life to allow people to see divine is in their life. So divine grants you the passageway to be the person that issues these things, not for praise, but for you to continue or have continuance with the divine. People get lost in this whole value of paying homage, thinking that it's about putting somebody in front of you when divine is trying to be more in your life. Divine got unconditional love for all its creations. And you sitting there turning your back on divine, thinking that if you say something or if you do something for the value of somebody else, that's the right person because you wronged them or because whatever reason, your jealousy or whatever the fuck your problem is. You don't do these things and you think that ultimately you're hurting something. No, you're going to be humble. You're going to be humble because the point is divine is trying to be in your life. You sitting there mad because everything you turned against is getting vindication. Everything you hurt or did wrong is getting vindication. They're not weakened, especially if they held on to the divine. You mad at that because you know why? You know divine was in your life. He gave you a contract. You knew it in and out and through and knew what you were supposed to follow, and you didn't do it. You threw away your contract with the divine. You sacrificed your connection with the Most High. Doesn't matter what it looked like. Doesn't matter who it came from. Divine telling you I can be in anyone's life. I can be anywhere with anyone. I don't give a damn what they think. I can be in anyone's life. It's not about what I'm able to do. It's about what I said do. It's not about what you want. The glory is mine. If you do what I say, I'll give you what I know your heart desires. Listen, what I'm telling you right now. If you listen, I will give you what I know your heart desires. Y'all idiots, yo. Y'all sit there thinking you know what you don't even know what you love. You've been deprived. You know why? Because you ain't giving your life to the Most High. It's a fact. So you deprived. And you blaming everything else around but yourself. When the only thing you got to do is listen to what Divine's saying. And while Divine talking to you, you know what happens? You get what your heart desires. What he knows you truly desire because he created you. So you're going to keep chasing this momentary shit. You're going to keep settling for life. You're going to keep blaming your past because you won't follow Divine literally. Y'all walk around here talking about y'all need sermons and shit. You need to go. So you ain't fixed. You ain't start with the first problem. Talking about you, and you out here telling people this, telling people that you do not believe in divine. When you tell people you don't believe in them. You know I can tell you that because you'll know no matter what is going on with divine, anything is possible. Anything. I don't give a damn what it look like. Sacrifice how you feel at that moment. Pause and still yourself and watch what happens. I've seen it too many times. I've seen it within myself. I've seen it with other people. I've seen a whole man get hit by a car on a motorcycle. Fucker hit the fence, roll. He in the air, rolling across the fence like this, like somebody playing with a toy. Just roll his ass across the fence. The pressure stopped like a hand in the air stopped him. Boom. Push the fence in and the fence bounces his ass back out like this. He twists up in the air, land on the concrete like somebody just took a balloon and tied a knot in it. He start to swell up. He hollers, ah! I'm like, oh, Father. Crazily ironic to the circumstance before he took off from down the block, I heard somebody tell you shouldn't be riding, drinking the way you've been drinking. I don't give a shit. I'm only going over here. He rode down the street, turned around, and got, at least he left something. And I was watching the whole shit play out. I was like, damn, look at Divine, yo. Trying to stop him. He trying to stop him, yo. He don't even see it. I'm watching the shit play out. Like, yo, he left something. Nigga had to go up the block and came back. Looked like a biker or something. Went to the block, turned around, left something. And he had no shirt on. I'm out here. Went up the street, went right past me. Looked me in my eyes. It was like slow motion. I was like, look at Divine. Look at Divine. Somebody just said to him before he turned around and came back, shouldn't be out there riding that bike like that. You've been drinking. Went anyway. Something brought him back because he forgot something. Must be some money. Brought him back, got his money. Hop back on that shit. I'm good. Got to the same distance he got down the block when he had to turn around. And that's where he got hit at. It was crazy. Like I wanted to be there, but something was pulling me away from it. And then somebody else I knew that was right there went over there. And I was like, all right, you got it. But some wanted me to get the hell away from there. They didn't want my energy to be there for him. It's like, yo, he had to learn that. It's crazy like that. It's crazy like that. Even out here in the streets, brothers, sisters, when y'all dealing with dark energy and you trying to find a way out, insert love into it. If you got to do something and that's not what you want to do, but you got to do it for a while until you can make something else happen, listen to me carefully. All right? Listen to me carefully right now. If you got to go there and you got to do that, do it with love. I know it sounds funny what I'm saying. What the fuck you mean? You got to get rid of those things. You got to do whatever you're doing. Do it with love. And actually care. Show the people you're dealing with. Because you know that's going to change. It's going to rise your vibration out of what you're doing. They going to feel you because they never get that. They're going to be like, yo, you different. It's going to rise you out of that, but you got to be mindful of knowing that you're walking with Divine. Divine see everything you do. Everything you do. He don't leave you even when you got to do the things you got to do because you ain't got no choice. He know that. But in order for you to learn that discipline, that means you can learn the discipline of the Divine. So if you got to go through all that and you dope at what you're doing, that means your walk into the Divine is going to be the same way. It's the energy. It's two sides on both sides of the coin. So see yourself in salvation when you in your darkestness. Because it's another side of this coin, this energy you got to walk on. When you learn that you take a responsibility for not serving Divine or even comprehending how to do that through your existence or your family not being able to do that, you pick up the karmatic curse. This is where your power come from because now you are healing what your family couldn't comprehend by doing that in these days. So it ain't even about not being the greatest person. It's not even about accomplishments. It's not even about what you do on this walk of earth. It's about why you on this walk of earth. Did you listen to Divine more than your parents did, more than your forefathers did, more than the people who came before you? Is Divine more capable of accessing your life so therefore he can put you in a better circumstance to help somebody else? This is all for the service of the Most High. It ain't about no knowledge. It's about if your ass listening. You can listen to that. You can follow them all the way off the cliff. Would you follow me off the cliff? It's what Divine's saying to you. You can give yourself to the world. You can't give yourself to me. I made you. Without my light, you don't have those choices. So I let you walk with your flesh into nothing. Will you walk into nothing with me and gain everything? See, the temptation of the flesh tries to mirror the value of a natural creation. The flesh can't give you universal. It can give you physical. So through your existence is a sin because you got to breathe. Your skin has to absorb the sunlight. You got to sustain yourself. You got to be heard. You got to feel. These are all things without the divine. So then your life comes to an end. And then when your energy rises back to its highest potential because it's no longer tethered by the flesh, you go back trying to seek new contracts. All right, I understand now. Oh, that was rough. I see how that felt. Divine, I'm back here though. You got a place for me to go? You're like, nah, you ain't staying up here. You got to go back down there because you ain't learned what I want you to learn. And because you ain't learned it, we're going to put you in another body. You know what I'm saying? That energy going to be served for another purpose. And hopefully through this process, you will understand your mission, and you will keep going through this process until that energy is purified. These are called ley lines and lifeline, timelines and existences. Motherfuckers talking about they finding other coaches. Man, shut up. I get tired of people so much, yo. I really do. I get tired of people, yo. I get so tired of people. I be like, God gracious, yo. It's so tired of you people. Yo, for real. Like, I be like, yo, they just don't get it, yo. Like, they gonna keep doing this shit forever. 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 Shit is retarded to me, yo. I sit down and I think about it. I'm like, yo, only thing it is always it's a simple understanding. You know why? You know why your people when they cross the line, they go to the next level. You know why they get like purified because it's nothing holding them when they die to the physical. They don't have a piece of flesh that they're taking with them and be like, I still feel this person because I'm connected to them through those labia lips, through your labia. The labia wraps around the baby. I'm being funny, but you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like you come with your mother's skin. You know what I mean? So that's your sin. Your mother's skin is your sin. You know what I mean? Whether you know it or not. It get deep, yo. This shit get real deep. That's why I be like, if people don't want to have no conversation with me, because y'all don't know what I know. You know what I'm saying? And all my knowledge comes straight from the divine. So I be like, you don't even know what you're talking about, yo. I know, and like divine has shown me it's shown me like it's crazy. You think it's about knowledge when it's a pathway. Like you think it's about something that's written when it's a pathway that destroys the whole concept of the actuality. Like it just crushes the reality. It just crushes the reality. And people are like, yo, what is he saying? Why is it? Because you can't comprehend because you're too busy trying to read a perception. And the perception was being perceived off of the information coming from the direction. And the direction was laid off of the pathway that was given to you by the light. And the light was manifested off of the understanding of the connection. And the connection is understanding you connected to the source. Yo, these values don't speak to you telling me anything about a particular understanding that somebody wrote down. The motherfuckers ain't know what they was looking at. They ain't know what they was looking at. You know why? Because they wasn't divine beings, yo. They was stripped. Divine said they only gonna scratch the surface. So the closest they can get to it was the emotional aspect of what they were seeing at the moment. And this was the loss. They were visualizing what it looked like to not be able to concept divine knowledge ever again. The height of their the height of their conception of understanding and comprehending at that point was being dwindled down to a feeling. So they screamed and hollered and fell and mailed in the air and just falling. Ah! It was the pain of being separated from divine knowledge. It was the pain of being separated from knowing that divine was in your life. They were flung out. They couldn't explain it. No way. We were kicked out of this. We were that. We were this. We fell here. All these stories don't exist with divine understanding. Y'all don't retrospect this shit yet. When you are dealing in these falsified values of obtaining shit that you don't have, this is somebody wanting to get back the energy that was taken from them. You don't hear me right now. Divine connection is solidified in eternity. It's not about obtaining knowledge. It's not about being the best, the most, the one that did. Y'all retarded. It's about acknowledging the fact that divine created you. And with that in its existence for itself, anything is possible because divine creates anything. Here I am in the flesh on the equal value of the scale of the fleshly being. So I have to walk as a light being, trying to tell y'all that you have to come connect to the divine. It ain't about what you think you know in your head. It ain't about your damn mind. It ain't about how well you talk. It ain't about none of that shit. About none of that shit. You could never say another word in the rest of your damn life and just got faith. And I wish a nigga would. You could never say another word right now and for the rest of your life, but you walk with the image of undying faith. You will become something other than. You have alleviated the aspect of even needed to tell it because you live it. You live it. Everybody get into this energy of repel and start pushing shit off. And you thinking this is masculine energy. We're being this way because we're this way. No, everybody's going through the repel because it's what divine does. The first energy when divine pushed through the ether, all the water's repelled. Lift something out of the water, watch everything repel from it. It's common sense. Stop being dumb. I don't care about what you went through. Pray about it. Get over it. Fix it. Get back to how you was created. Can't do that. Something wrong with you. You already made your choice for destruction. I need to wake up. Waking up ain't got nothing to do with the lights coming on and you flying and lee. You got wings and all this dumb shit. No, it's not what it is. You waking up means you're connected. You're respectingly, undyingly connected. That's what waking up is. Not being manipulated or tempted to be drawn towards anything. Not to have an overbearing need to have anything. That's what waking up is. Why do you keep getting this? Why do you keep looking like this? Why? Because you see you don't need nothing. So many times I was gravitating to this and gravitating to that, and divine tried to show me certain things. And I'd be like, well, what if I put this together? I've always been a little baby scientist. Always been that since start. Mixing food, drinks, mixing all types of stuff, just mixing. Divine started showing me, yeah, for these things, I need you to do this. But for other stuff, you ain't got to do nothing. I got you. Just believe in me. Just believe in you. That's it. Oh, that's all right, divine. I don't know, but I don't know. I ain't, I need to. Just believe in me. I got you. All right, I'm going to believe in you. I ain't got nobody else to believe in. Well, you ain't going to never have nobody else to truly believe in unless I send them to you. I'm like, whoa. Whoa, divine. He's like, would you want anything else? I'm like, well, I know if you send it, at least it'll be true. Talking to y'all right now, man. I'm talking to y'all right now. Y'all out here in the world, letting the world tell you got options and free will. And my choice is this, and what I want is that. And when it's all said and done, you out here crying, looking stupid. They did me wrong. No, you chose, dummy. You chose, idiot. You went out here and chose instead of letting divine choose for you. You went out here and did something instead of letting divine show you. You went ahead and said something instead of you letting divine give you what to say. You took something instead of giving what divine told you to give. And you're lying when divine told you to tell the truth. You're judging when divine said don't judge. You talking behind people's back. You're eavesdropping on people's conversations. You're doing all these things when divine said thou shalt not. The lessons wasn't put here for you to point the finger and say who wasn't doing the lesson. Satan Juniors, Seraphim Juniors. Look, divine, they not worthy of your energy. The lessons was put here because there was going to be influencers to make you choose yourself. See, this is the box of confusion. I'm going to choose myself and do what I want. I'm going to get everything in the world. And Devon said, if you choose me and love yourself, I will give you everything in the world. You don't see the separation in that? Well, let me explain it. When you choose to go try to obtain everything in the world, you only get what you're capable of doing up until your inadequacy. Meaning, you will not always be strong enough to obtain, carry, or withstand anything that you normally put yourself through. So, obtaining everything in the world becomes impossible once you have so many personal needs. But while dealing with divine, everything of your heart's desire and understanding capability that will be sustained by divine energy and allow your life to be long lived and strong. So, therefore, your experience level that has been given to the divine at that understanding point will now be what's that word? X exponentially, exponentially will be exploited exponentially. Everything of your heart's desire will be exploited exponentially, expeditiously. Is that fast? You know what I'm saying? So that means you'll get everything that your heart basically desires, right? By the divine. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll get all of that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, divine put those in your heart anyway. So if I want you to go in life and experience everything in the world, then I'm gonna have you at certain increments of how I want you to experience things because you are a particular refraction, right? So let's break down divine actually giving you everything that your heart desires. So if you're a person who settled for life, you don't know your heart's desires. You only been selling for certain shit. So you just been liking what you've been seeing. Go back to what my grandfather said. You don't even want it because you see it. They don't even want it because they see it. They don't even know what it is. Shit funny as hell, yeah. So so letting divine come into your life to access you as to show the strength of the most high. That's you removing what you think about it. Is you not trying to say it in a particular way. That's divine speaking through you. So normally it's gonna come out in a way naturally naturally is going to be you. It's not going to be the person that you're dressed up as. It's not going to be it's not going to be it's not going to be none of that bullshit. It's going to be how you sound when you first wake up in the morning when your throat got frogs in it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, right. Divine going to use that because that's you. I want people to say, ew, because the first people that got to go is the people who judge. That's one of the first things Divine said don't do. So automatically you judging first because look how they coming. That group gone, they got to go back and learn no judgment, right? And then here you go, the other part of the judgment. They don't know what they're talking about. This is not what this book says. More judges, they gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Look how they look. I don't like their look. They're not presentable. So then divine trade spaces. Bing, bing, bing. Hit up everything that you like presentable and get that to somebody more. It starts to go down a wave effect. Every single thought pattern that you have against divine, you speak in this. You are setting these things in motion. That's why divine says, mind your thoughts. It ain't just what you say, it's what you think. And that's how entailed your prison is. That's how entailed the body works. So your thoughts is entailed inside. So that connected to the light. So that means you are making your light give value to your thoughts. You can never sever that. That's why I was like, yo, it's crazy that people think they can have thoughts inside of themselves. They can live inside of themselves negatively and don't got to answer to that shit. No, it's waves, baby. It's waves. You got to really, that's why I said you really got to do the work. You got to be right in and out. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? It's a fact. I know y'all don't want this smoke like this. Y'all want to be able to keep doing it free, but I see nothing but a bunch of destruction, a pool of blood. Not a pool, I see an ocean of thick blood, and you're just dying in it. You can't get out of it. And then the metals in the bloods, they get cooked by the heat. Plasma changes to salt water. The bones of the body break down and change to sand. The existence is now forgotten. Some bodies are protected by frequencies that illuminate and shine as glowing orbs as the light turns up on the earth tenfold. Your voices are not even heard. Your screams, your cries, they're not even heard. Your vocal box was one of the first things to pop from the electrical heat. Your voice was taken as the lake of fire cooked you from the inside out. Cooked you from the inside out. Exploiting the last purified piece of the light that was mixed into the conglomerate of things you thought and manifested into your falsity, breaking down the buildings of existence inside of your relevance, taking everything that it was given from you. You use the light to create these barriers inside your kingdom. The lake of fire washes all of these things away and purifies the light that was within, releasing the purest form of what was can be salvaged and sent back to the source. You don't remember nothing. What can be salvaged may be used for something that's salvageable. Coaches that may need to come back because they deserve, they get a double life chance, or you get a check. You get a chance to be attached to an energy coming back into a body that was so comprehending to the universal way of things. And you live this life over to it now, and you have to live the discipline. This is not about the message or the messenger. You should ask the messenger how to get the job. Watch you get excited because now you're interested in his life. You're interested in the journey that he took. They skipped over all of that and then told you, yo, it's not about it's about the journey. Whose journey? Right? Whose journey? So that had to be the journey one took to actually get the job for the divine, correct? So why is it even about the message? If he told me everything he had to go through to get that, see, that's the story they don't put when they give you religion. They don't give you that story. And then everybody quick to say they went through something. Oh, I went through something. This happened to me and I was liberated. I was purified into the shut up. I'm purified in this shit. You still here, ain't you? That's the shit that kills me, yo. Like we all sitting here dealing with this shit together. Some of us are dealing with it the right way, step by step. Some of us aren't. They going their own way. But we're still here. That means we're all still learning. But you can feel when it's real. You can feel when it's right. Once again, it ain't about the messenger nor the message. It's about the fact that the divine gave you the access to carry some of his. And if that was the job for you, I need to find out how you got paid $1 million a week, brother. Who put you on that? Who gave you that job? You know what I'm saying? And get up out of here. They send them shots at me right now. Or maybe that's my angels. It's in my right ear. That's probably my angels, right? Yeah, that's probably my angels. Oh, yeah, you already know the vibes. Yo, look, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's right, brother. I gave you that job, brother. Like, word. Work for the Most High? Wait, y'all got uniforms? You work for the Most High? Word. You on the fifth floor? You work for Most High International? Did you work for the building that don't got the bottom floor, but it go up through all the top floors? You can't drive up to it because it ain't on the ground. But when you get there, you got to come off the ground. So you pull up to an address that ain't there, and you look up and some smoke, some clouds. They pull you up in that, walk into the building proud. You're like, yo, who is that? He's another one from the ground. The Most High International. You work for the Most High on the fifth floor. Like, bro, man from the fifth floor. Bro, man from the fifth floor. I need a sandwich. And Marty Ma, I ain't gonna bother you, man. I just need a sandwich. Devon be like, sit him down for a little while, let him get a sandwich. Let him get him sandwich. I tell you, my brain started doing different things. I started seeing the world different. I started seeing where Divine was and everything, yo. And yo, it'll blow your mind when you really start paying attention. Like you ain't enjoying music yet. You ain't enjoying movies yet. You ain't enjoying food yet because you don't see where the divine at and everything. You don't see it. You're too busy judging it. It's a way to comprehend. It's a way to look at things. And you have to start with the basics. And the basics is allowing divine to be in everything. And once you do that, you're going to start opening up doors inside of you that's so wonderful. I can't wait to meet you guys. I can't wait to meet you guys. My real 144,000 family. I can't wait to meet you guys. This ain't something that you just put on like an outfit. You bled. You got scraped up. You got your heart broken, ripped to shreds. That people treat you like the worst, the worst. They lied in your name. They torture you, send you through everything. Turn their backs on you even when they wrong. No matter how much good you've done for them. Don't matter. You really went through something. Some things that I won't never speak on because I don't want to put thoughts in people's head and have them crying on my show. I don't have them up here like you. I remember. I'm not no time traveler, so I ain't trying to take you nowhere. I just want you to know that everything you've been through, Divine was there with you the whole time. Divine was there the whole time. Like, just call my name. I'm right here. You don't remember how to see me. You can't remember how to see me. Oh man, you going through whatever you going through right there, right there. You going through whatever you going through right there. Divine, like, call me. Call me. I'm right here. I can't answer the phone unless you call me. Then you end up going through all that after divine and trying to push everything around you just to get you to acknowledge the energy, just so you can be better. And you don't acknowledge it. And then you ultimately turn around and be like, you know, why God let me suffer like this? Why these things happen? It's not their fault. Why they went through this? People be praying to stuff that other people tell them to pray to. I'm serious. This shit get real deep. Like it, yo, you gotta know what you connecting to. And you gotta be connected to it for real, not partially. You can't say, oh, I'm gonna use divine on this day and the other days of the week. It's all about me. How the messenger got the job, bro. Make $1 million a week. Doing what you want. How you got the job? It's a fact. Everybody got something to say, but don't want to say the right thing. Everybody want to take the praise. Divine, like, I don't give a shit about the message, the messenger, nor what y'all think y'all doing with this energy. It's about you realizing I'm here. That's the easiest part. The most simplest, simplistic part of understanding divine connection is the connect. The CONECT. Connect. Connect. Did you connect? What is that to you? Because once you connected to the Almighty, what is there for you to do? What are you talking about? All the troubles and traumas. Who you speaking to? Because if you are a speaker and you speaking for the divine, how do you speak a trauma? You walk with the divine, right? So nothing without the divine is impossible. This is the possible. This is why it misses the mark. You're not walking with the divine. You're trying to prove that you are. You're trying to tell everybody you got a job with the divine. Here come the messenger with the message. They trapped you in a box. Oh, he got the message. He the messenger. No. It's about the fact that divine is in that person's life. Why? How'd you get that job? What'd you go through? Wow, you went through all of that? The thought itself of asking how is someone connected to the divine, just for you to have that retrospect is planting the seed that you want to be connected. Automatically, you learning the story of what one went through to be that close to the divine, to be of service for the Most High, helps you listen, have patience, and learn. Divine don't make no mistakes. People do everything, and coming to the divine through the things that divine touch shows you the existence of the divine connection. So what do? Automatically, because the world is against divine, you look at everything truly divine and turn away from it, take from it. You do the opposite. You think divine ain't watching? Think your higher self ain't saying you're a fool because you're going the wrong direction. You're running with the ball to the other team's goal. You're shooting the basketball in the other team's rim. And you're saying, I did good, y'all, right? I did good. Look, I'm divine. Naga.